And watch closely, because remember, the clues are there as we go through the keyhole.
This isn't just the average suburban house. Look at that wonderful stonework. It's obviously got a touch of the Windsor castles. Now, there may be a slight transatlantic flavor here as well. Look at this American-style mailbox, and what grand double doors. Musical, too. They seem to be music lovers, and they obviously like television. This is a gargantuan structure, isn't it? Huge television screen and a huge stereo underneath it. So they're quite modern people in terms of their taste in entertainment. They're also either a large family or they have lots of friends, because this sitting room has got 10 very, very generous seats in it. And they're all quite proper as well, so this is quite a well-behaved household. Now, there seems to be a tremendous feeling for the countryside here. There are lots of green plants around, lots of landscape paintings. Maybe, in fact, they're country folk who've moved to town and they still have a longing to return to where they came from. This dining area has quite a splendid chandelier, and like the rest of the drawing room, there's a very dense population of chandeliers. So there seems to be a certain love of glamour and glitter. Now, the dining room table with its 8 chairs is very formal, very well organized, but I don't think it gets used very much. I would imagine that this family is more casual, probably part of the sandwich brigade. What is interesting here are these 2 great, rather throne-like chairs next to the dining table. So there must be 2 very dominant personalities in this household. And look at the video library. There does appear to be a fascination with classic show business. Well, in spite of the plush Mickey Mouse, this is very much a boy's room. It's frightfully macho. Look at all this tiger imagery, tiger on the wall, tiger on the windowsill. And these people seem to be very keen on physical fitness. There's a set of weights here. Well, I've never seen such flashy tea towels. Let's look at the evidence. The musical greeting, the showbiz tapes. What sort of person lives in a house like this? David, it's over to you.
Well, thank you very much indeed there, Lloyd. And now for our home and studio audience, so not for our panel, here's whose house it is. William Rushton, it falls upon you to begin the psychological examination.
It's a they, which I immediately thought they must be a double act.
It's
Then
a they.
It's a they. He kept saying they. Then there's 10 seats, so I thought a troupe of acrobats. I mean, the chandeliers all within easy swinging distance of each other, I noticed. So you can actually watch those enormous televisions, short-sighted acrobats who like to swing from the chandeliers while watching. Interestingly, only 8 chairs in the dining room if you're seating 10 in the other room, but perhaps 2 of the acrobats don't eat. Predominant colours, very interesting, black and white. Even dear old Lloyd appeared quite colourful, I thought, for a change. So it's a double act of trapeze artists with a fear of smelling, because of all those strange unguents in the bathroom, who used to appear in very, very old movies.
Well, that's a pretty good analysis there. Moira?
I don't think they're men, I think they're women. I think it's some singing ladies. Probably some singing ladies.
Singing ladies?
Indeed. I don't know quite what they're doing with the dumbbells, but other than that, I've got a definite feeling of femininity.
All right, and you think they sing?
Indeed.
Right, so we've got singing gentlemen, singing ladies, no, singing acrobats, haven't we? Alan?
Mine don't sing, mine just swings.
I thought it had the quality of an Indian restaurant. I mean, it had that feel in the chandeliers, all of which were bought at the same time. That house hadn't happened organically. They'd gone along either to a failed Indian restaurant and bought up a job lot and put it all in, or it actually was the anteroom to an Indian restaurant. That strange fake Yorkstone cardboard cladding on the outside to differentiate it from the rest, and the Scalextric cars. I think there are probably a couple of Indian restaurateurs that race for the Bombay Scalextric tea.
Well, now the panel are not, as you'll have seen here, entirely in agreement, so we are going to have to narrow this down slightly. William, have you got further clues from what Moira and Alan have added?
Certainly. I now have 2 Indian lady trapeze artists. And I'm thumbing through. Honestly, I can't remember any. They're probably pretty big in their own native land, but unknown to me. I would say it's Russ Conway and his wife.
Well,
Mr.
as
and
you
Mrs.
see...
Conway, if there is a Mrs. Conway...
Yes, as you see, there wasn't a burst of innovation
No.
there, so it's not, in fact, Russ Conway or his wife, Moira.
I have no good reason to think so, but I think it's one of the homes of one of the Beverley sisters.
One of the Beverley sisters? No, not even 3 of the Beverley sisters. Alan.
The audience has been totally unresponsive to any of this. I will still go for the furniture showroom. I think it's where Waring and Gillows. Probably in sin.
Well, they've done very well, I think you'll agree, very creatively there. But in fact, they haven't found out that it is Britain's answer to the Jackson 5, 5-star. Welcome to you all, Stedman and Denise.
Doris.
Pardon?
Doris.
That's Denise,
Yes.
right? And that's Lorraine?
Yeah.
And that's Delroy?
Yes.
Right. Got you all there. Now, did you recognise the description of your house? Were any of you ever wanted to be trapeze artists?
No. Not really, no.
I'm afraid of heights anyway.
You're afraid of heights, so he couldn't have been a trapeze artist. I don't know how you could have thought of that. Ravitch and Landau wasn't very close either.
That was close.
That wasn't too close.
Closer than most.
Your father was in the music business, right?
That's right. 25 years.
Pardon?
For over 25 years.
Right.
Accomplished musician.
Didn't you want to be a footballer?
That's right. I wanted to play for England.
Good ambition. Well, you wanted to play for England too,
Yes,
at
yeah.
netball.
Yeah.
And do you still keep up with the football?
I play now and then when I have spare time. You know, when we're not working, obviously, I miss about a little bit, but not too often.
I see. Do you work at home as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm. We
And
do all
rehearse?
the dancing in the front there. Move all the sofas back and dance there.
Dance on the table. Do you use the dining table at all, or just for dancing?
Just for Sunday dinner. Yeah.
Now, the thing you always read out about a successful group like this is then eventually someone sets out on a solo career. Will any of you ever do that?
Well, I think at the moment, just within the groups, we'll have our own chances to sing solo. Like Delra has already, myself and Lorraine. So there's 4 of us singing at the moment. But you know, as individuals, within 5-star.
Oh, I see. And we would like to present you with our Through the Keyhole key, our gold key, as a souvenir of your visit here and our visit to you. Thank you all, 5-star, for being with us. We'll take a break, and then our house detective will be at it again. We'll be right back.